Alright guys, Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Street Fighter Duel video. So, I qualified for that thing, that Global Showdown, is that what it's called? Super Showdown. So I've actually qualified for Super Showdown. Quite impressed by that. I guess probably it's not that impressive, but I'm impressed nonetheless. So I just want to kind of take a look at what this mode actually is. One thing I'm not going to do, however, is I'm not going to hit that deploy button, right? The reason I'm not going to hit that deploy button is because the only ace you have up your sleeve is no one knows your teams before you attack. So if I hit the deploy button, why was I not smart? I could have been quite smart actually. I could have put fake teams in there, made this video, and then people wouldn't know what I was going to do. And this person that I'm fighting, if they were watching my video, they might put out a squad to try and beat my fake team. And then I could have fixed it. Why did I not think of that? And even now I could stop this video and go and do that, but I'm not going to. Right? I'm just not going to show my team, right? But anyway, this mode's quite rewarding actually. I know that to a lot of people who are free to play, they'll probably look at this and go, oh great, people are being rewarded even more when they've like already got like good squads and stuff. But if you look at the squad, look at the rewards, I mean, they're pretty decent, you know, like what's that, 5, 10, 12, 15, 12, I mean, you're probably including the login bonuses, I mean that's probably what, 10 summons total on that Akuma banner, which is obviously pretty decent. Then you've got the glory prize, which is lots of the points that you can use. I think that goes to your faction though. Pretty sure the glory prize always goes to your faction. And then obviously when you see, that's how the final showdown works. Now you guys probably seen this last time because you could bet, you know, like I've done it here, match prediction, I've bet on Skyfire. I mean, I don't know what you guys use to make your decisions really, but with me it was almost like, well, what's your power? 31, what's your power? Alright, okay, well, I'll bet on you then. That was as far as my logic went. But I've kind of had a look through and I feel like I've been given the hardest match. I genuinely feel like I've been given the hardest match because the second strongest person on here, or sorry, that sounds bad because I actually think they're stronger than me, right? But it's over here, right? So if we look here, right, look at details, 79 million, right? Level 334 on fighters. They lucked out though. You know what I mean? Look at that match. I mean, seriously, look at that match, right? If you go to me, however, so I'm here, right? I think my power's what, 77, which is still pretty high, right? My character levels are 333. And if we go to Versus and we go back to Super Showdown, if we look at who I'm fighting, 57, I mean, there's still a little bit of difference there. But if we look at the levels of the characters, they're pretty similar, you know what I mean? They're all 5 stars, they're all 323 or higher. Going to assume that there's like some good vehicles and stuff like that going on. I mean, that's a fairly close-ish match. If we look at like the other ones, seriously, there isn't really any matches that are, hang on, wait, with like 53, right? 53, and then, well, actually that might be the closest match. Got to think about it, that one there might be the closest match. We check, yep, 53, and 56, what about this one? 26, and 22, I still think this one's probably going to be quite close. I think the other one's quite close. In my bracket, I've been looking, right? So you can't just solely base this off of the power, right? I mean, you can kind of do it, right? Go to here. So I really don't want to get like count any chickens or anything. Really don't. But I feel like if I can make it past this first fight, I'll make it to the final. I think that's how it works. So I think it's going to go. I mean, I could be totally wrong here. I'm not sure because I wasn't paying attention to it too much this time. So I think like it'll go, obviously, the round of 32, then into the round of 16. But I don't really understand this board though. That's the thing that's confusing me, right? So if you're here, right? So everyone from here would then go to here, obviously, because that's how tournament brackets work, right? So if I won here, I'd fight either Whitebeard or Guile, right? Clearly, that's how it works. And then if I won again, I'd go to here, and I'd face either someone from here or someone from here, right? And then that would be the final, and I would face whoever came from over here, who, like, if I had to guess, I would say would probably be this player, who I'm actually, I think I'm in a Discord server with, because I'm supposed to join this faction at some point. And if you look at the teams, 3-3-4, 3-3-4, and if we go to my teams again, Fighter, 3-3-3. At the moment, they're actually stronger than me. I say at the moment because, like, if I can get breakstones, I'll get more power. But I think that would potentially, if everything goes like the way it looks like it's going to go here, as long as I can get past this first fight, which is not at all like easy to predict, because like if you've built bad teams, like I feel personally like everyone builds a really good team 1, right? And then it kind of goes a bit up in the air, because your team 2 and your team 3 are potentially harder to build depending on where you are. And you could be someone who thinks, you know, I'm going to really put all my power into team 1. And this is something that you guys might already do when it comes to Battle Royale. You put a lot of your power into team 1. And I think a lot of people then, what they do is they really focus on making team 2 strong, because if you can win battle 1 and battle 2, battle 3 doesn't really matter because you're not going to do it, right? But that doesn't always work out for you. And if you then don't win your battle 2 and it rolls on to battle 3, you're probably going to lose because you've put all your eggs in the basket of winning the first 2 fights. So when it comes to building your squads, you kind of need to really think, hang on a minute here, if it gets to round 3, what am I going to do? Right, so I've looked at my squads, and I guess the best way that I could really, I guess, test that would be to go into Battle Royale and make, you know what I mean, these teams that I'm planning to put into defence. There is something that kind of bugs me that I wish we could do in this game, and I wish there was a way we could give feedback that I hope would be implemented. Now, this worked in Disgaea RPG. I'm not sure how many other games allow you to do this, right? But when you put your defence mode together, you essentially lock them in. So we'll go into team building here to show you what I'm talking about. So like here, like say this was you and you were building your defence, right? Still got the waifu girls up here. Put this one here. So there you go. Like imagine this is one of your squads that you're going to use, right? So you've built your squad, and on your squad you've got everything. You've got your gear, you've got your fighting souls or your fighting spirits, all that stuff. You've got it all done, right? You can then lock it. So basically what happens is you take your team, you lock it, right? And that's it, it's locked in. That's your defence team, it's set. But then it means if you're doing normal content, so like let's just say this stage for example, I decided here I need a bit more speed, and I chose to, for whatever reason, take Bison and put the Vega Soul onto Bison. So that would change obviously for the content that I was doing, but it wouldn't change it for the defence. So that's how Disgaea RPG worked. It locked it in, so it would lock in like the gear you were using, it would lock in the fighting spirit, or not fighting spirit, but it would just lock everything in. In this game it would lock in like the fighting soul and stuff like that, right? It would be cool if we could have that, because obviously doing certain things on the fly you might change things about, which is fine. And I feel like naturally a lot of people might just forget that they've got that unit on a defence team somewhere. So now by changing that, they've changed that setup without even thinking about it or knowing about it. So it would be quite cool if they could implement like just a lock system where when you put it together it's locked and that's how it is, right? Obviously if you sell a character or like sell gear or whatever, then that's fine, it does come off the locked system that you've put in, because basically you can't get free stuff out of it, you know? You can't, like, I don't know, lock a set of gear, for example, into your PvP team and then sell it and it stays there. That doesn't work like that. You still have to have the stuff in your inventory for it to remain in the build that you've locked. It would just be handy, because I've found myself on certain occasions doing certain things where I'll mess about with like fighting souls or whatever for like one level, and then it won't really register for a couple of days, that I need to then go back into my PvP team or my Battle Royale team or whatever and change it around. So it would be kind of cool if we could lock that in, and it's a feature I'd love to see. I just don't really know if we've got a way we can properly suggest things. But again, I'd like to see it. It would be pretty cool. So anyway, I would say that if you're betting on this, I'm not sure about the first match. I think I could lose the first match. However, I think if I win the first match, I'll make it to the final, right? But, so what I'm saying is, if you are getting me coming up under your predictions for a bet, honestly, I don't know if I would bet on me for round one. I really don't know. It seems like a close match. I don't know. But if it's after round one, I feel like I should make it to the final. So put your bets there. But then when it comes to the final, God knows. God knows. But I want to win because I want these. I'm not greedy. I just don't want to buy any of these tickets. So if I can get some for free by doing this, I'll happily take them. So I'm assuming, because Akuma comes in 3 days, or 2 days now, 2, we should have that one and that one done by the time Akuma drops, which would give me 50, 60, 70, 75, 77 tickets. Means I could maybe do a wee summoning video when the banner drops. Not a big summoning video, a wee summoning video. Anyway guys, have you been part of this mode before? If you have I really registered how this works? Is that right? I'll just move through and then it's all done in what, 5 days? Let me know. Anyway guys, I've been Hayzink, thanks for watching. Yeah, wonder if I'll win. Curious. Catch you in the next one. Peace.